Okay. This position when we're lying on our fronts is a really good way, I'm sure I've said this before, to get in touch with your breath. It's quite calming, also because our brain falls towards the front of the head. Really see today if you can really feel the way the floor is holding you. It's just holding you up. Really yield to the floor. As you inhale, the breath is nourishing you. And as you exhale, really allow it to relax you and allow yourself to become heavier on the floor. Letting go of anything you've been doing earlier, not thinking about what you need to do later, really using this 1.25 hours to just completely. So we're lying on our front, Sarah, today. That's it. And really notice if you could feel the breath, if you could feel the abdomen expanding against the ground and the rib cage. Expanding as you inhale and contracting as you exhale. Really allowing the exhale to relax you. You can let yourself go. Morning, Joe. We're lying on our fronts to start with today. Allow the breath to just come in nice and softly and easily through the nostrils. Notice where you can feel it in the body. And then exhale, see where else you can soften. And as you lie here breathing and just allowing yourselves to completely let go of the morning, I'll just talk about the practice today. So we've now got to agility, or I quite like the word nimbleness, but you can also use the word nimbleness for agility. It's being nimble. The sort of definition in the dictionary is agility or nimbleness is the ability to change the body's position efficiently and requires the integration of isolated movement skills using a combination of balance, coordination, speed, reflexes, strength, and endurance. So basically, we're using all the other 3 skills that we've been working on in this session, which are strength, flexibility, and balance. So they really come into agility. And really, you know, in practical terms, it's things like being able to get in and out of the, say, the back seat of a car when there isn't the front, a back door. Bending down to the floor and getting things out from underneath low things. One of the most important things for us to keep going is getting up and down off the floor. So we'll be doing this a bit at a time. So always, you know, every day making sure you come down to the ground and you get back up again. That really keeps strength in the body going, and it keeps all the sort of neurons, all the muscle switches that are there able to carry on keeping you being able to do this. So basically we've said, I mean, physical agility is the ability to move easily through a series of positions while you stay balanced and in control. So that's what our physical ability is, agility. Our mental agility is being open to change and being able to turn ourselves inwards and implement change. And being able to receive, accept, and respond to new information. The ability to think and learn quickly so you can absorb this new information. And being able to adjust our minds to new circumstances. So, you know, where you can keep your mind agile is by maybe learning poetry, learning mantras, learning a new language, and just trying to absorb lots of information, keep hold of it. And then our emotional agility is being able to navigate through life's twists and turns with self-acceptance. So clear-sightedness, having an open mind, but not ignoring difficult thoughts and emotions. Having the ability to experience our thoughts and emotions, and not in a negative way. And if if you're feeling it's in a negative way, using the experience to reveal what's going on. And the skills, so we need to think about that as we practice, that we're not just working on the physical body, but as we move through the asana, of course, it's quite similar to balance or everything we do. So we're using our vision, hearing, and touch. We need to focus. And also it's about speed, so it's our quick coordination responses. So we'll be doing, a few standing postures that will challenge our movements. And so we'll get started now. So feeling the ground beneath you. Just take a nice deep breath in, filling the whole body with the breath. And exhale it out through the nose. Lengthen the arms above the head. I think you can see me there, yeah. And just lengthen the whole body out and feel the whole body against the ground. Take an inhalation into the whole body. And exhale it out. Bring the hands up to about heart level next to the ribs, hugging the elbows in. And gently press the toes into the ground and the pelvis into the ground. And inhale, just low cobra. Exhale, bring the right cheek to the ground. Inhale up to low cobra. Exhale, left cheek to the ground. And inhale up to cobra. Just take a breath here, hugging the elbows in, feeling the length from the tips of the toes to the crown of the head. And then exhale, lower yourself down. Keep the hands where they are, press into the hands and take the hips back to the heels. And just take a breath here. Just notice how the breath is feeling, the body's feeling after being on the mat, flat on the front. Now curling the back the other way. Lengthen the arms out, elbows off the ground, and just feel how that extends the back straight away. Spread the fingers, and we're just going to inhale, come up to all fours, maybe move the knees in a little bit towards the hips, and exhale, take the hips back to the heels. Inhale, this time lead with the chest, so we're coming into more of a cow position. Lead with the chest, raise the hips to the ceiling. And exhale, curl the back and take the hips back to the heels again. Let all the breath out. Inhale, bent elbows, drawing the chest and the body forward to cow. Exhale, arching the spine and taking the hips back. to the heels. One more time. Let's inhale forward, really drawing the shoulder blades together. And exhale, curl the spine, empty all the breath out, take the navel to the spine and lower the hips down. Walk the hands over to the right and place the left hand on top of the right and just breathe into that left side, allowing that left sitting bone to be really heavy. Coming back to center and then over to the left. Right hand goes on top of left and breathe into the right side. Bring the hands back to center. Spread the fingers. The arms are a little bit wider than the shoulders. And we're going to inhale up to knees, tuck the toes under and just up into a really soft downward dog. Little bend in the elbows, bend in the knees. Just take this, so it's just extending the stretch in the spine, taking the hips back towards the mat. And then we're going to inhale back down onto the knees, untuck the toes and take the hips back to the heels. Inhale back up to all fours, tuck the toes under and back into a downward dog again. So just notice how you feel as you're moving through these postures. And then exhale down and take the knees back, the hips back to the heels again. Release the body down. And then we're just going to walk the hands back and come up to Thunderbolt. That's it. And just feel the shins. Take your mind through the body here. So feel the shins on the floor. Feel the length in the sides of the body. And just reach the arms for the ceiling. And then let's tuck the toes under. That sort of gives you a bit more stability. Circle the arms down, bring the hands to the lower back, and then we're lengthening from pubic bone up to the chin. So we draw the elbows together and we just think about that length. And maybe if it feels good, okay on your neck, bring the gaze up to the ceiling. And just breathe into that lovely space we're creating around the heart, around the lungs. One more inhale here. And then exhale, bring the hands back down, untuck the toes, back into child's pose, lengthen the arms, and then coming up, back up to all fours. That's it. We're going to inhale, bring the left foot back and press into the ball of the foot, and then raise it up. And then bring the right arm up. Just take a breath here. Feeling that diagonal stretch across the body. One more inhale and exhale, release the hand and the knee. That's it. Right foot comes out behind, press into the ball of the foot. Raise the leg up, keeping the hips and the pelvis really even, as if you could balance something on the back, and then bring the left arm up. Reach from fingertips to heel. And then lower the hand down, lower the knee. Take the hips back to the heel again, heels, and circle the hips around the knees. Nice big circles, really feeling into the back. And then the other way. Bring the hips back to the heels. Inhale here, elbows off the ground. Exhale, press the hands into the ground. And then inhale, come forward to the knees. press into the balls of the feet, raise the knees again, back into downward dog. That's it. Inhale, back down onto the knees. Keep the toes tucked under and walk the hands back again. And we're going to come into, I don't really know if it's got a name actually, but we're going to bring the hips down. We don't bring the hips right down to the heels, and we bring the forehead. I'm just showing you, we're going to bring the forehead towards the ground. If the ground seems too far away, we can always use our prop like a brick, or we could use like a rolled up blanket. And I'll show you with that first. Toes are tucked under. And we're going to inhale and raise the arms up. And then as we exhale, we sweep the arms out and we bring, notice which palm, you bring the top of the hand, bring the hands on top of each other and you bring the head down to the ground. There. So notice how my hips aren't completely down. And then we inhale and bring ourselves back up and reach up. And then we exhale and think about changing hands now. So the other hand comes touching the sacrum and down. That's it. So you're either doing it with the stand, so inhaling up, feeling that strength, really engaging the core muscles. And exhale, other hand goes on top, goes onto the sacrum and touch the floor with the forehead. Inhale, really use those stomach muscles to bring yourself back up. And one more time, exhale, come down, other palm on top, touch the floor. And inhale, come up. That's it. Feel the length in the body. We're going to come down one more time, but we're going to stay down. So inhale, lengthen, exhale, other palm comes underneath. And when you come down, untuck the toes, take the hips right back and lengthen the arms out. That's it. Just take a breath there. And then we're going to inhale up onto all fours, tuck the toes under, up to downward dog. Press each heel, just tuck t-shirt. Press each, notice the difference of when you think, I'm going to press both heel into the ground, that movement. And then I'm going to really bend each knee. So even though you're still sort of pressing the heel down, there is a difference in what you feel in the legs. That's it. So let's press the heels in again. Notice that the fingers are nicely spread. And then a little bend in the knees. We're going to walk the hands back to the feet. Take hold of the elbows. Let the head be heavy. Shake and nod the head. Swing from side to side. Feel that lovely length in the back of the body. And then place the hands back on the ground and walk the hands back out so we come back into our downward dog. And just take a breath here. Look towards the hands and walk the feet up to the hands, hip distance apart. I'm going to take hold of the big toes and just draw the body towards the legs. So you can have the knees really bent if you want and bring the chest and the stomach to the thighs. Let the head be heavy, whatever feels good. And notice when you change the weight distribution. So if you bring the weight towards the heels, towards the front of the feet, that also alters the posture. We're then going to bring our hands back to the sides of the feet and we're going to step back again into downward dog. We're going to take a breath here through the hands and exhale down through the legs. And then inhale, coming down, back down onto the knees. That's it. I'm just going to get rid of this so I can see you all a bit clearer. So just taking a breath on your knees. That's what you do. Sorry. I don't know, I've got this really annoying thing on the side of my screen. Right, so we're on our knees. Take a breath here. We're going to bring the left foot between the hands and take a breath here and just lengthen the spine. That's it. And then bring the hands back just a bit away from the foot, and we're just going to lengthen that front leg out as you exhale. So we inhale, you can just roll onto the fingertips, come forward, and exhale, roll back. Inhale forward, and exhale back. Just take a breath, lengthening the back of the leg. And then we're going to inhale, come forward onto that leg. And this is one of the first standing, the ways we're coming to standing. So we have done this before. Tuck the back toes under, and you've got a choice here. You could just press the weight into the front leg, or you can just come up just using the hands, bringing the arms behind. I quite like doing that. So we want to bring the weight forward, raise the back knee, or hands on the hips actually, and step the foot forward. That's it, great. And then we're going to step the left foot back, lower the back knee, and come back down into a lunge on the other side. That's it, I'm going to move over a bit. So we're in the lunge the other side. I'm going to bring the hands back a little bit so that as we exhale, we lengthen out the right leg now. Inhale forward, maybe draw the shoulder blades together, and exhale, lengthen the leg. Inhale forward, and exhale. Take a breath here, lengthening the leg. Inhale forward, and once again, we're going to come up to standing from here. So hands on the hips, hands behind, or you could press into the leg to help you raise up. So whichever is good for you. So we lean forward, and we raise that back knee, and we just step forward. That's it. Lovely. And we're just going to do it once more with each leg. So this time, let's step the left foot back, come back down onto the knee, and bring both knees back. That's it. And then let's bring the right foot forward, raise the left knee, and step back, step forward. That's it. One more time, we'll bring the right foot back, lower the knee, and bring both knees back. And then bring the right foot forward, raise the back knee, transfer the weight into the right foot, and step forward. Great. And then we're going to just come to standing. Pressing the feet into the floor, raising the toes, and then pressing them into the floor. And then just really feeling that lengthening as you press into the floor and you reach the crown of the head to the ceiling. Letting the shoulders be soft and the arms be heavy. Move back so you can see the whole of my arms. So we're going to inhale and raise the arms up and just have the palms facing each other. Exhale to the right, crescent to the right. Inhale up and crescent to the left. And inhale up and bring the arms down. Inhale, bring the arms up again, and this time bring the palms together. Maybe cross the thumbs to keep them together. Exhale to the right. Really feel that length in the left side. And up. And exhale to the left. And up. And release the arms down. Now this time we're going to inhale, raise the arms up. We're going to take hold of the left wrist, pull on the left wrist and crescent over to the right. Feel that lovely length all the way through the left side. Inhale up, take hold of the right wrist, pull, lengthen the right side, crescent to the left. Lovely. And then up to center. And release the arms down. Brilliant. Bringing the feet out for goddess pose. So we're bringing the feet out as far as, where's comfortable for you. Remember the toes, about 45 degrees. And let's first of all bend the knees, find that goddess pose. You might need to move your feet a little bit. Press the feet into the ground. So some people call it fierce angel pose. And we're going to bring the arms up to cactus. And just first of all, feel that strength in the pose. Next inhale, come on to the tips of the toes of the left foot. Just take the weight over to the right. And back to goddess pose. And then come over onto the tips of the toes. That's right. And back to center. And over. That's it. And down. And over. And down. Now we're going to take the weight right over. So we're going to have to step and take hold of the right wrist and pull that length. So we're lengthening the opposite side. That's it. So we're pressing over towards the left. And the left foot's in front. Inhale here and step back to goddess pose. That's it. And then step the right foot over, take hold of the left foot and crescent over this side. That's it. And back to goddess pose. Take the knees back. One more time each side. So over and pull that side. Back to goddess pose. Right foot in front. And over. That's it. And back to goddess pose. So. And then lengthen. Bring the feet hip distance apart. And we're going to do standing cat-cow. And one of the reasons, as well as it being really good for the flexibility of the spine, what I really want you to feel here is the connection with the core. So from the side, I'll show you. So as we inhale and we come forward, have the hands on the knees, just above the thighs. And as we exhale, when you exhale, you draw the navel to the spine. Also think about engaging that whole core. Remember, we're on the ground and we're doing the pelvic tilts. And we inhale, feel it, and the pelvis is tilting that way. As we exhale in the cat-cow, think about drawing up the whole pelvic floor, drawing everything to the center. And this really helps tighten and strengthen all the core muscles, the pelvic floor, which we really need to keep nice and strong. So we slightly bend the knees, feet under the shoulders, about shoulder distance, and bend the knees and just lean onto the thighs. And then we're just inhaling, drawing the shoulder blades together. I'll show you from the side. And exhaling. Really bring the chin to the chest and tuck it in. Have a little pause at the end. Inhale, lengthening, drawing the shoulder blades together, sticking the hip and the bottoms out. And then exhale. Empty all the breath out. Draw everything up to center. 3 more of those. Inhaling and exhaling. drawing the abdomen underneath the ribs. Inhaling, really fill the abdomen with breath. Feel that connection to the pelvic floor. Squeeze the chin into the chest. One more. Inhale and exhale. Really lock the chin in. That's massaging the thyroid gland. And then just inhale. Slide the hands back up the legs. That's it. Just notice how you're feeling. And we're going to come back into goddess pose. And we're going to think about that feeling we had when we drew everything up as we move in goddess pose. So we bring the arms out and come into goddess. Hang on, I've got to remember this has gone out of my mind how we're doing it. So we inhale. Hang on a minute. I think, no, we stand in. No, that's right. Sorry. In goddess pose, bring the hands, bring the arms out. That's it. And we inhale here. And then as we exhale, we do that, drawing the abdomen up and just bring the hands to the abdomen. Inhale the arms up. Exhale, draw the pelvic floor up, draw the abdomen under the ribs. Another time, let's do it 2 more times. Inhale out. 1 more time, inhale. And exhale. And then just lengthen the legs up. Walk the feet in. Underneath the hips. Just notice probably a lot of energy. That develops a bit of heat in the abdomen as well. And then the next movement is sort of called noughts and crosses. So we're going from Utkatasana to 5-pointed pose or star pose. I'll just show you. So remember Utkatasana, so we have the legs. Remember Utkatasana is when we sit back into fierce pose. So we start in that. So feet and legs really tight together. So this takes some balance and strength. So maybe you find your focal point, your drishti point. And we inhale and raise the arms up. And we exhale, squeeze the legs and sit back. Next inhale, we step the left foot out. We bring the left arm out. So we're in star position. Exhale, bring the foot in, back to Utkatasana. Inhale, star position the other side. Exhale, Utkatasana. Really squeeze the legs together. Inhale. And whoops, exhale. And inhale. And exhale, squeeze the legs together, pull up the pelvic floor. 1 more time each side. Inhale. And exhale. And inhale. Last Utkatasana. Exhale, squeeze everything in. And then come up to standing. And lower down the arms. That's it. Shake the arms out a bit. Take a breath. Moving into Trikonasana. So bringing the feet. What's good for you, but a sort of guide we use is the feet are sort of underneath the wrists. So we quite often use that. Just bring the hands down. First of all, just feel the feet here. Notice that you remember that triangle I always talk about, each side of the foot and the heel. Notice that the weight is even on there. Let's turn the left toes out first. And then even raise that right heel up and take it out a little bit further. So the hips, we sort of want them in line, but they can be quite soft to allow that bend in the hip crease. So we're inhaling and raising the arms up. But this is a very soft Trikonasana because it's more about we're working on our agility. So we've inhaled up, and all we do is we just exhale, try and keep the length from the sides of the body down. Inhale up, exhale down. Inhale up, keep the length in the sides of the body. Exhale down. Inhale up and exhale down. This time, see if you can follow maybe your thumb as you come up to just challenge the position. So you're thinking about more things. So inhale up and exhale. Maybe look up to the upper thumb. Inhale up and exhale down. One more time like that. Inhale up and maybe follow the upper thumb. Exhale down. Inhale up and exhale down. And now let's just hold it for a breath. So let's just bring the arms up and let's lengthen as we go over. We felt into the posture. Bring the arm down. If you want to use a brick, of course, you can always use a brick. And then lengthen from hand to hand. And just try and notice with your head where sometimes it feels good for people to look down, sometimes directly in front, and then sometimes looking up, if that's okay on your neck. Notice your breath here. Notice if the breath changes when you move the position of the head. One more breath. Inhale and exhale here. And then inhale, come up. Lower the arms down. Bring the feet parallel. Little bend in the knees and fold forward. Shake the head, nod the head. And sliding back up. That's it. Turning the right toes out and maybe lifting that left heel, letting that left heel come out a little bit more. That's it. Feel the feet on the ground first, remember finding your steady base and then reaching the arms out. That's it. And just feeling that length. So we inhale here and exhale into Trikonasana. Inhale up and exhale down. Inhale up, exhale Trikonasana. Inhale up and exhale down. Inhale up. This time maybe look up as we come down. Exhale Trikonasana. Inhale up and exhale down. Inhale up, looking up to the thumb as you come down. And inhale up, exhale down. And then we'll hold it this time. Inhale up and we'll reach to the right, bring the hand down, and then feel into the posture, finding where your head feels good. Noticing your breath, that your breath's nice and even, not laboring. One more full breath here. So inhale, feel the space in the body. Exhale, press the feet into the ground. And inhale, come up. Exhale, bring the hands down. Bring the feet parallel. And this time, let's slide the hands down the legs. Just walk the hands forward. And just stick the bottom of the hips out. Maybe take the hips from side to side. Just releasing that Trikonasana. And walking the hands back and coming back up to standing. That's it. So next we need the strap or scarf or anything. It could be anything short. We only want it quite short. And this is just, this is just quite a funny thing to do, but it's also really good for agility because it's sort of like standing up, putting your trousers on and everything. So it's just quite a nice sort of little test to do for yourself. So all we're doing is we're bringing the weight into the left foot, and we're taking the belt through the leg, and then we're bringing it back. And then we bring the weight into the right leg, bring the left leg up, and bring it back. That's it. So doing the other leg, whoops, and up, and the other leg, that's it, and up. One more time each side. That's it. And last one. Coming up. Brilliant. So that is just a really handy little sort of working on your agility, doing it, you know, if you keep doing it quite fast and finding how your balance lasts. So that's just a nice one. Let's just use the belt actually to just do a nice shoulder stretch here. So let's just take hold of the belt, bring the hands a bit closer, tuck the pelvis under, so we don't want a big arch in the back. We want to be pressing the hips, and just bring the belt. Let's just do a nice pull on the strap. That's it. Breathe into that space we've already created around the whole rib cage. And then release. And we can just put the belt to one side. So last standing posture. And I mean, a lot of these sort of do feel like they're crossing over to balance, but because we're moving more dynamically in them, it's actually that we're using our agility. And because usually we're moving several things, you know, several parts of our body, that's making our mind work on several parts of the body as well. So we're going to do dynamic flamingo. So I don't know if this is really a sort of old yoga pose called flamingo, I'm not sure. So feet underneath hips again. And what we do is we inhale and bring the arms up. Exhale, press the left foot into the floor and bring the right knee up. Inhale, bring that leg down. And exhale, bring the other knee up. Inhale down and bring the arms down. That's it. So inhale up, exhale right leg, and down, left leg, and down, and arms down. Now let's start with the other leg. So inhale up, really squeeze the knee up to the chest, and down, other knee up, and down, and lower the arms. Inhale up, right knee, and down, left knee, and down, and bring the arms down. Last time, inhale up, left knee, and down, and right knee, and down, and lower the arms down. Great. Moving towards the front of the mat, feet hip distance apart, we'll move through a vinyasa to come back down to the ground. So inhale, sweep the arms up, feel that length in the body. Last time we're standing upright, little bend in the knees, and exhale, forward fold. Bring the weight towards the front of the feet. Inhale, slide the hands up the shins and lengthen the spine. And then lower the head down, lower the body down. Step both feet back to downward dog. That's it. And just lengthen the hips out towards the back of the mat. Bring the feet a little bit closer together. And we're going to raise the left leg up. Press into the hands and press into the heel. Keep the hips nice and even. That's it. And we're just going to inhale here and exhale, knee to nose, shoulders over wrists. Inhale, lengthen. And exhale, knee to nose, shoulders over wrists. One more time, inhale, lengthen, press through the heel and knee to nose. Bring the leg back up, press through the heel and press through both hands. And then lower that leg down. And just notice each side of the body. Inhale, right leg up, keep the hips really nice and even. And exhale, knee to nose, shoulders over wrists. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, knee to nose. One more time, inhale, lengthen. And exhale, knee to nose. And then lengthen the leg out. Bring it down. And we're going to come over to plank and just lower ourselves onto the ground. Head on hands, forehead on hands, back into crocodile, and let everything go. Just noticing the breath there. So. Once again, feeling the body against the ground. Letting everything settle after the standing series. That's it. And let's just bend the knees and bring the legs up. Just circle the feet around the ankles. And then the other way. And then lower the legs down. We're going to come to dynamic locust. So remember, we reach the arms. I think you see me. Reach the arms in front. First of all, feel the whole body prone on the ground. Inhale, head, right arm, left leg, and reach. And exhale down. Inhale, left arm, right leg. Exhale down. Right arm, left leg. Exhale down. Left arm, right leg. And down. One more each side and you're to your own breath. Really feeling that length from fingertips to toes. And then let the body rest, bring the forehead to the ground. And then we're going to inhale, press into the hips, feel the abdomen on the ground, and we're going to raise both legs, head, arms, and reach. And then exhale, release. One more time, inhale. It's really strengthening for the back, all the muscles in the back of the body. Really reach. And then exhale, release. Bring the hands to the sides of the ribs. Press the hips back. Nice wide knees, big toes together. And just coming to child's pose. You might even take your hips a little bit from side to side. And just breathing. Releasing that back bend. And then we're going to walk the hands back. We're going to bring the legs in front of us and lengthen them out. Maybe take the flesh out from beneath the buttocks so you can really feel the sitting bones. And just feel that length. Place the hands on the thighs. Just feel that right angle that you can bring your body to. And let's do a twist here. Let's bring the left leg in and cross it over the right. And bring the right leg to an angle so you can take the right leg towards the left side. And first of all, feel the left foot on the ground. Feel the back of the right leg on the ground. Inhale, lengthen, and then we want to bring the left hand behind. Press the left foot in and raise the right arm up, and then hook that arm round. Keep the neck nice and soft and the face nice and soft. And take the breath right down to beneath the navel. Jaws released, forehead's released, and we're just taking the breath down into the abdomen, massaging the digestive system, also keeping the spine nice and supple. One more inhale here, and then exhale back to the center. Bring the leg across, and let's take that right leg out to the side and bring the sole of the foot to the inner thigh. That's it. And then gently turn the sternum. You can bring the right hand out to the outside of the hip. And the gaze is at the big toe. And then you might want to bring your left hand to the outer edge of the right leg, because that just helps you sort of turn a bit more. And then we inhale here and we exhale, and we just lengthen over the leg, and you just have the hand wherever you want it. And then just breathe into that stretch. Feeling it in the lower back, really releasing, letting go of any tension in the left leg. As you inhale, you might lengthen, and as you exhale, you might just soften a bit more. So just breathing here. Inhale, sweep the hand up the leg, feeling the leg. Bring that knee up and lengthen both legs out in front. And just take that moment to notice each side of the body. Now bringing the right leg across, and the left leg goes towards the right side. Feeling that steady foundation, so feeling both the sitting bones evenly on the floor, the whole of the right foot, back of the left leg. Inhale, lengthen here, and then bring the right hand behind. Inhale the left arm up and hook that arm around. And then once you're in the twist, notice where you can soften. So we want to feel the twist. We're feeling the twist in the waist, in the spine. Want the neck to be soft. Drawing the shoulder blades towards each other as well. So we're drawing, opening across the chest, as well as twisting in the waist. And then notice your breath, gently breathing down to beneath the navel. Inhaling, sending lots of fresh oxygen to the whole bloodstream, so that when we come out of the twist, all that blood rushes to the place we've been squeezing, and we're re-oxygenating the whole area. So one more inhale here, and exhale, release. That's it. Uncross the leg, bring the left leg out to the edge of the mat, and the right sole of the foot to the inner thigh. Left hand outside the hip. Inhale, lengthen the spine first, and then bring the right hand over. That's it. Inhale, lengthen, gaze at the big toe first of all, and then lengthen out. And then you can always take the gaze to the knee, Janu Sirsasana, nose to knee pose. And just breathe there. And once again, use the exhalation here to just soften yourselves. Inhaling, you're nourishing the body, and exhaling, you're relaxing the body. And then inhale, slide the hand up the leg, give that knee a help up, and lengthen the legs out. That's it. Just bring the hands behind with the fingertips facing backwards, and we'll just lengthen over. So we're keeping the shoulders back, and we want that length in the body. Crown of the head to the hips, and hips to the legs. Just feeling that length. You might feel it in your hamstrings, your lower back. And then releasing. And then we just want to bend the legs, keep the legs together, bend them as much as, just bring them up so that then you want to lengthen the spine and lower, bring the chest and towards the thighs, the chest and the abdomen. And then take hold of the feet. And I quite like to push the heels out, keeping my connection to the thighs. And you might not want to push them out that far. Just see where you just get a good stretch, and then just bring the head towards the shins. Breathe down into the lower back. So all the forward bends are really calming. So after doing that, you know, strong, quite strong standing positions, it's just nice to calm everything down after locust. Press the hands into the legs as you come back up. That's it. And we're going to come down onto our backs. We've got one more strong, quite a strong thing that we're going to do here. First of all, just let your body settle onto the ground. And you've got two choices here, really, how to do this. We're going to do leg lifts, then two leg lifts, then double leg lifts together. You've got to be really careful that you're not coming from your back. So, because we're going to inhale and bring the arms up, we're going to bring the legs up on the exhale. Now, if you feel that that is too much on your back, we should bring the arms down. Another way you could do it is to roll, bring the hands underneath the buttocks and move the elbows in quite close to each other. And that really supports the lower back. So then you're just bringing the leg up and bringing it down and bringing the other leg up and bringing it down. So just notice how you feel. When you're doing it without that, you're using the core when you're doing it with the hands under. But bringing the arms up, of course, it's just that little bit more work. So we're going to inhale and bring, if you're bringing the arms above the head, we're going to inhale and bring the arms up above the head. And then we're going to exhale and we're going to bring the left leg up and the arms to the sides of the body. Inhale, lower the leg down. And exhale, bring the right leg up. Inhale, down. And left leg. We're going to do 3 times each side. Inhale, lengthen. Notice that you're not arching the back too much if you're using the arms. 1 more each side. And lengthen out. That's it. And just bring the hands back, arms back to the sides of the body. Notice what's going on. And we're going to come into double. So you want to squeeze the legs together, have the legs nice and together. So you can still have the hands underneath the buttocks, and which really protects the lower back. Or we can inhale and bring the arms up above the head. And as you exhale, bring both legs up and bring the hands by the sides of the body. That's it. You don't have to have them completely straight at all. You can even have a little bend in them, but it is good to squeeze them together because then that squeeze is helping with drawing the pelvic floor up and engaging the whole abdominal area. So inhale, lowering down, making sure that you're not using the back, that you're using those abdominal muscles. And exhale, bring them back up. So we're going to do 3 more of these. So inhale, lower down, losing the core. And exhale, use the core, bring them back up again. Lovely. Inhale, lengthen. 2 more. Exhale up. Inhale, lengthen. And last time, exhale up. And then just inhale. Lengthen the arms up. Let the body release. Bring the arms to the side of the body. And really what this has got to do with agility is keeping that strength in our core is what also will enable us to keep our agility. So, you know, that whole core from the hips all the way up through the trunk of the body, keeping the spine nice and strong, but particularly around the hips and inside the core, so that when we're reaching for things, when we're getting in and out of things, up and down from the floor, it just enables us, we've got that strength to do it. When we start losing that strength, that's when we can damage our backs when we're doing something, some sort of movement. So we need to keep that strength in the core. Let's bend the knees and bring the feet mat distance apart. Bring the hands out and just let the knees drop from side to side. And then back to centre. Walk the feet in so that they're about hip distance. Feet are about hip distance from each other. Have the toes, you want the outer edges of the feet in line with the outer edges of the mat. And that sort of makes you feel very slightly pigeon-toed. But that's the way then that we use the feet exactly, you know, properly to raise the hips up into bridge pose. Just move down on that a bit. And then notice, can you feel all the toes on the ground? Can you feel each edge of the foot? And the heel. And the movement comes from the feet. So we press into the feet to raise the hips. So feel the connection with the earth, with the hands and the arms, the shoulders, the back of the head. Keep the knees and the legs nice and steady. And as you inhale, just press into the feet and raise the hips up. And bring the chest to the chin. And exhale, lower the spine back down onto the ground. That's it. We're then going to inhale, I'm going to bring the left arm up and we're going to take our gaze, the hips, and take our gaze over to the right. Exhale, keeping the legs steady, bring the arm, the head, and the spine all back to neutral together. Inhale, right arm, hips, take the gaze to the left. Roll the head over. And then exhale, arm, head, spine, back to neutral together. And then inhale, press into the feet, both arms, both hips. Bring the arms up, bring the chest to the chin. Feel that length from knees to fingertips. And then exhale, lower the spine back down, that's it. We're inhaling, we're coming up again. Let's leave the arms where they are. So we've got the stability of the arms as well. Coming up to bridge, you could just stay in bridge or just experiment bringing the left leg up and lengthening the left leg up. That's it. As you're in bridge, bring the left leg down and bring the right leg up. That's it. And bring the leg down. Press the hips up to the ceiling. Feel the shoulders on the ground. And then exhale, curl the spine back down onto the ground. Bring the arms out, bring the feet out, and once again take the knees from side to side. Lovely. And then the last twist that we're going to do, I'm going to actually do it facing this way because then you can see. We've done it before, but it's the twist where we come into it using the arms more than the legs. So if we all start lying on one, I'm going to lie on my right side as in a mirror. So my head's on the ground and I'm bringing the knees nice and really together. I'm looking down at my knees and I'm checking that my knees are really in line with each other. So my hips are really stacked here. And then I've got my palms on top of each other. And I'm going to inhale and squeeze the knees gently together so I don't move the knees and hips. And I'm going to bring that right arm right up and over and maybe touch the ground. Exhale, I'm going to bring it back to the hand. Make any adjustments and inhale, keeping the knees on top of each other, the hips stacked. Bring it back out again. Exhale, bring it back to the hand one more time. Check the knees are still on top of each other. And then this time we're going to bring the arm out and over and then just release into it. And you might even want to pick your chest up a bit and just open it up a bit. And then you can untuck that right shoulder blade. And then breathe into this twist. So if you think about when we just do the twist, when we're lying on our back and take the knees over, this is slightly more intense, but it's nice to work with it from a different angle. Take the breath down to beneath the navel like we do in all twists. Think about a lovely mobility in your spine. And how we want to keep this mobility. One more inhale. And then exhale. Bring the arm back over. Just release. And then just roll onto the back. Feel the back on the ground first of all. Have the feet on the ground. And then roll over onto the left side. And bring the knees up. You could bring the knees wherever, however high feels good. So that's when we're doing bringing the arm. I should have said that really last time, backwards and forwards. You might feel you want to lower the knees or higher the knees. And just first of all, look at the knees and check that they're in alignment. They're on top of each other. And that means the hips, back of the hips is in nice alignment. And then the right side of the head's on the ground, palms are together. And we're going to inhale, bring the right arm up and over, maybe touch the ground. And exhale, bring it back. Make any little adjustments. Inhale, bring it over. And exhale back. And then bring it over. And then this is when we just settle here. Gently keep pressing the knees together, keep the hips stacked. You might want to take your gaze over towards the right hand. And even though we've got that slight holding of the legs together so that we keep them stacked, just release everywhere else. Notice your breath here. Just breathing here. One more inhale. And on the exhale, coming out of the twist, rolling onto our backs. That's it. Let's just bring the legs and the arms up and just shake them out. That's it. Bring the knees to the chest. Inhale, press the shoulders into the ground and bring the forehead as you exhale up to the knees. And then inhale, lower the spine down. And then just lengthen the legs out to each corner, coming to final relaxation. If you need something warm on, put something warm on. Got something under your head. I'm going to sit up. We're going to do a nice guided relaxation. So just get yourselves comfortable and release onto the ground. So this was written by a person called Gabrielle Harris, and it's called Shavasana Lullaby. So lay yourself out to rest as if you're pressing the blueprint of your entire body into the earth beneath. Take a long, slow breath in. And then exhale physically, mentally, and emotionally. As gravity takes hold, feel your organs get heavy and sink earthbound. As your upper body becomes lighter, more buoyant. Let the muscles around your eyes soften and the skin on your forehead melt as your body slowly spreads like water. As you let go another 5%, release the trying, the doing, and just come into being. Let the soft hum of your breath come and go of its own accord. Your breath breathing you. Allow yourself to be held here by the earth, as if you are being held in the arms of a mother. With this sweet support, allow yourself to drop into your inner landscape. Allow yourself to feel soothed throughout. And allow this feeling to fill your whole body. Remember this feeling, this peace. It's always there for you, waiting patiently for you to uncover it whenever you need. And then very slowly and mindfully bringing some movement back into the body, bringing yourselves back to this morning. Maybe moving the fingers and toes, feeling the neck by taking the head from side to side. And then just coming up really slowly, keeping your eyes maybe closed or at half gaze. Just coming up to any comfortable seated position so that we can just take a moment here. Just noticing how we feel after the practice. And I'm just going to read another Pema Chodron quote, which I thought was very relevant to our agility practice. So when we resist change, it's called suffering. But when we can completely let go and not struggle against it, when we can embrace the groundedness of our situation and relax into it, its dynamic quality, that's called enlightenment. So let's just bring the hands together, rub them really hard, bring some heat and energy to the hands. And then we're just going to place them on the neck, the curve of the neck. And just bring the chin to the chest. Just feel that heat and energy be absorbed into those big muscles, into the body. And then bring the hands to the heart center. And I hope you've all benefited from the agility practice today, and you have a good week. Thanks for coming. I'm thinking of doing a workshop as well, but I will send you all emails. And I was thinking of doing it on sort of preventing the things we can do to sort of prevent osteoporosis. So the sort of work we can do on our body, but also we'd do lots of restoratives. We'd do stuff to do the things that we can do, the best movements we can do. And I'd even incorporate a bit of weights in this, which you could even just use tins for. So when we bring in weights, you know, really using, that's where a lot of people, you know, we lose our body strength. And somebody that I know actually tripped over her doorstep. She's 62, and she tripped over her doorstep and fell onto her arm. She actually broke her arm in 6 places. Yeah, and she's got all pins in there. She's got scars. I mean, she's come back really, really well. But she had no idea that she had osteoporosis. Well, I think she hasn't got osteoporosis. She's got osteopenia, which is where the bones have started to get bigger hole, you know, become more porous. So it's really important for us to keep our strength, keep our bone density. So I'm thinking of doing one Saturday afternoon, probably a couple of hours.
Yeah. Will it be online? Will it be online, Mary?
Yeah, I think maybe. I think maybe online.
Great.
Be good. And then later on in the summer, I might try and do one back in a studio. But I think this one will be good online because there's people all from different places as well.
Yeah.
And just using weights to sort of like strengthen our arms and shoulders along with yoga. There's some really good stuff we can do. Anyway, I'll send you an email about it.
Right. That sounds good.
Yeah,
sounds great.
I think it would be good. I've been doing quite a lot of work about osteoporosis recently. And, you know, it's sort of the unseen thing that causes us a lot of problems that we don't realise.
I've got a friend who had a lot of back pain and then went and found that she'd broken her spine in 3 places.
Yeah, that's funny because loads of women present to the doctor or to the hospital.
Yeah.
And they've had back pain for ages and just been told to take painkillers and everything.
Yeah.
And then when they have x-rays, they've got several fractures.
It's really shattering. Yeah.
Yeah. So we've really got to keep an eye on this as well, because it could be, you don't know it's happening to you, you know?
Yeah.
So anyway, I'll think about dates, and if there's any time that people can't do, I'll be in touch. But everybody get out and enjoy the sunshine.
Have a good week, Mary. Have a good
week.
Mary.
Thank you, Mary.
Thank you. See you next week.
Bye.
Bye.
See you.